Hey everyone, welcome to my tutorial on how to flat iron relaxed hair. This is a follow-up video to the video I did last week on how to blow dry relaxed hair. At the end of that video, I put some Chi Silk Infusion in my hair as a heat protectant and then put on a silk satiny scarf to smooth my hair for about 15 minutes prior to flat ironing my hair. It's really important to section your hair when you're doing flat iron work. By this point in the video, I've already done several sections of flat ironing, but I'm showing you how I do the work at this point because it's easy to capture it on camera. When sectioning the rows, you want to be careful with how thick of a section you choose because too thick of a section could result in not having the most effective flat iron work, and too thin of a section could result in over processing of your hair. So you have to be very careful about judging how thick the sections are. The technique that you see here is largely influenced by Gina Rivera from Hair's Talent. Basically, I take a babyless mini flat iron, it's the nano titanium babyless flat iron, and I go into the root to get the roots as straight as possible, and I go as close to the scalp without going directly on the scalp. The reason why I love this technique with using this flat iron on the roots only is because this particular flat iron is extremely good at flattening and straightening the roots in one quick swoop. You don't have to keep going over and over and over your roots to get immediate results with this particular flat iron. So I really like it. So here I'm taking a bigger flat iron and I am running that flat iron through my hair from the area that's a little bit past my roots all the way down to the ends of the hair. I only do this one time per section in that row to avoid over processing the hair with a lot of heat that's coming out of that flat iron. I make an effort to avoid overlapping the flat iron work, so I make sure that every time I choose a section per row that it doesn't include hair from rows below that I've already done or hair to the side in that row that I've already flat ironed. You have to make a good judgment call when it comes to that. So if you're not sure if you're overlapping, you can always pin down or pin up the hair that you've already done to avoid taking up hair that's already been processed. Because if you're flat ironing the same hair over and over again, you'll find that that hair eventually becomes over processed, can become very brittle, and eventually break off. Here you see me using the big flat iron to style my bang. I didn't really feel a need to put the small flat iron in that section on the roots. And I'm going to speed up the video by showing you how I lay the sections of my hair on the top of my head. I did put a small flat iron in those roots, but for the purpose of just quickly showing you how I lay those sections, I'm just showing you the big flat iron work at this point. I'm going to follow up all this work with a wide tooth comb. I'm going to gently comb through my hair to style my hair the way I want it to look. So now I am going to check out my hair, see how the flat iron work turned out. I am noticing that the ends of the hair could use a little bit more smoothing and a little bit more flat iron work, but I'm not going to go overboard. I'm simply going to put a little bit of Chi Silk Infusion in my hair. I'm going to rub that Chi Silk Infusion in my palms and gently rub it through the ends of my hair to make sure that I get enough in there for the purpose of flat ironing just that section. And I'm not going to do any serious flat ironing work on that section to smooth that out. I'm simply going to run it through quickly just to make sure that the ends are smooth and that it curves just the way I like it for styling purposes. And I'm noticing here that it curved exactly the way I wanted it to. So I'm loving how my hair turned out. I love the way it moves. I love how shiny it is. I love how smooth it is. So here are some final pics for your viewing pleasure. Thanks so much for watching this video. I appreciate your support on my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please do so for more tutorials on the way.